Okay, these are called the Scag Marbane Eliminator Blades. I think Marbane is a type of metal they're made of. I may be saying that wrong, but they're the Eliminator Blades. Okay, so you just saw a picture of those blades. I just drove my trail through mud. I'm getting a late start today. It is 10:19. I had a doctor's appointment for my yearly physical. Everything's a-okay at 9:30, so I had to go knock that out, get that out of the way, and I had to go fill up some gas cans, which are sitting in the back of the other truck. Now I gotta swing back around and grab them gas cans, but it ain't gonna do me any good in that truck. Yeah, so you just saw a picture of those blades. I will explain to you the situation with those blades in a second and why I bought those blades. Why I bought those blades and what happened with the last set that I ordered. So hold on, let me grab these gas cans and throw them in the trailer here, and then I'll be right back with you in a moment. Told you it'd be fast. How was that for fast? Pretty nice, pretty weird when somebody says I'll be with you in just a minute, or we'll be back in just a second, and then instantly it's back because it just stops and starts the next video. Oh, I always thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, so those blades, I ordered a set of gator mulching blades, which any of you that have been following me for any period of time know that in the spring and the fall I usually run gators, and then all the rest of the year I run super high lifts, except for when I had the Exmark 0 turn last year, and then I had the Exmark standard this year, the 52 and the 36, which the 36 I still have, but I sold the 52. Anyway, if you guys didn't know I sold the 52, I sold the 52. But about 3 days after I bought the new Tiger Cat. Anyway, so Exmark, I can't find a super high lift for Exmarks. I can find the low lift, the regular blade, the low lift, the high lift, and gators, but you can't find a super high lift for Exmarks. I don't know why. I searched forever and can't find it. Anyway, that's neither here or there. The point is, I always order these gator blades, and they always say like made in China or whatever, and they always Oregon blades, and I've never had an issue. Well, when I ordered them for the new Tiger Cat, the web or on eBay, the seller said USA made, USA seller, USA, USA, USA all over, and I was thinking, great, I love to buy stuff that's made in USA, I'll buy those. So I bought them, and I paid like $42 or some shit for the set of 3 blades for that the new 52-inch Scag Tiger Cat. So they come in, they're like 3 inches wide. These things are massive. They're like a 1/4 inch thick, and they got the 4 teeth to stick up instead of the 3 teeth to stick up like on a lot of gator blades. I was like, cool, these would be nice. I put them on, and they send so many vibrations through my freaking deck and through the whole entire mower, actually. I was like, this ain't right. This is gonna screw something up. It's gonna mess up the bearings and the spindles up. So after mowing a few lawns, I swung back by my house, took them off, put the blades back on, the high lift that came on it, smooth right out. It was perfectly fine. So I contacted, no, it wasn't eBay, it was Amazon I bought through. Anyway, I contacted Amazon, and they sent me a packing slip right away and said, here, just send them back, but enclosed is also a copy of the seller's return policy. Okay, so I read the return policy, and it said that before you send anything back to them, you have to call their 800 number and get an RGA number that has to be written on the outside of the box. That stands for Return Goods Authorization. Alright, so I called the number, and of course they had very limited hours, they weren't open. I waited a couple days, saw a chance again, I called the number again, and they said, well, their policy is that they don't accept returns on anything unless it is in its original condition, in the original box as it was shipped to me. And I said, why in the hell would somebody send something back to you that they haven't opened? Unless they knew before it even got to them, oops, I ordered the wrong thing. And then as soon as it got to them, they want to send it back. But I said, I'm trying to send this back because one of your blades is out of balance. It is, it's just screwed up out of balance. And that's why maybe it was dropped or something. And that's why it's sending vibrations to all my mower. And the lady tells me, she goes, well, you sure it's not an issue with the mower? I was like, man, no disrespect, but I've been in this industry a long time. The mower is 12 hours on it. It's brand new. It was perfectly fine with the regular blades on it. When I took your blades back off of it and put the stock blades back on it, I didn't have a single problem. It smoothed right out again. It's clearly your blades. And I said, how would I have known they were screwed up if I hadn't already tried them out? I said, they're not all dinged up. There's no chunks sticking out. They were on the mower for like an hour and a half. You know, I mowed like 3 logs with it. And, you know, it's your blades. I said, can you please just give me the number so I can write it on the outside of the box like you guys insist and then ship it back to you? Because they won't accept the package when it gets up unless the number's on there. She says, well, I don't know. I'll have to get a hold of my supervisor and find out, you know, what the policy is going to be on this. And I said, I'll wait. And she goes, well, we'll return your call and we'll let you know as soon as we come to a decision. Well, it's been like a week and a half, and I hadn't heard nothing back. And I'm like, you know what? For $40, screw it. Screw it. I don't even care. I'm not even going to deal with these people. I know I can heat them up. I know this and that, and try to straighten it back out and get them rebuilt. But that's a big pain in the ass. And who has time for that? And you know how meticulous you'd have to be to get it exactly right and not make it worse than it already is anyway. So I was like, forget it. I went on in the Scag brochure. It lists all our attachments in there, and they make this blade that goes for their turbo mulch kit that you can put on the mower, and it's a mulching blade, which is what I just showed you guys in that picture. And I looked them up online and I found them, and these blades were $80 for 3, so it was double the cost. And I was like, you know what? And I was like, they're an actual Scag OEM part, they're made by Scag. Like, I'm just gonna buy these. If it turns out there's a problem with them, I'll take them back to my dealer and I'll let them ship them back. You know, to Scag if there's an issue, which they're totally cool with, even though I didn't buy them for them. So anyway, so they're supposed to be in today or tomorrow. They actually came in on Saturday. So I put those on the mower this morning, and I'm headed to my first lot now, and we're going to find out how well they do. Hopefully I don't have any issues. Hopefully they'll mulch up pretty well. I don't feel like putting the bagger on right now because I don't need it on every lawn, but I do have a handful of lawns each day that are just growing out of control right now. And there's a bunch of lawns that I'm doing right now that have a bunch of leaves down in them already. So I want to just start mulching right now, and then, you know, once they all get out of control, then I will put the bagging unit on, and then I'll just start bagging everything. But I'm in no hurry to do that until I have to. So anyway, we're going to find out how well these blades do. We're going to see what happens, and I'll go from there, I guess. So I'll try to get you guys some footage today of me mowing, and you know, we'll see what happens. I know it's not going to throw grass as far out my deck as my super high lifts do, but what it does throughout the deck should be in much smaller pieces, so that it's not as noticeable, and I won't have to be double or triple cutting shit right now like I have been. So it should kind of balance out, even itself out, and we will see what happens. But so stay tuned, see what happens. Alright, let me show you something real quick. So this is, I didn't film this one, it's too big, and I don't like moving the camera around that many times, but I don't know how well you can see that. That is, I did one the other day, the slideshow video. Okay, that's looking at it from the front. Now, that was looking at it from the front. Just half of it, part of the back. But anyway, so I like those blades. They do a good job. Last week when I cut that, I had to double cut only sections of it. And we've had at least 3 days of heavy fat raindrops since last Monday when I cut that. And I didn't have to double cut anything right now. I did have to go slower, otherwise it would miss grass and pieces would be sticking up. Not many, just a couple, but I expected that anyway. You always have to go slower with gator blades than you do with super high lifts, because it just doesn't, with the super high lifts it creates so much suction, pulls that grass straight up for a cleaner cut, that you're able to go a little faster and still get that nice cut. So I expected that. I figured I was going to have to do that anyway. Plus a little bit of that was wet, doesn't stand up as easy. I'll see more just how slow I actually have to go once these lawns start to dry a little more. Part of that was pretty dry. Now the sun's out, it's getting hot, so it is supposed to get up to about 80, 81 today. So we'll see as they dry out. But anyway, so that's the verdict on them blades so far with one lawn down. It is, I like them. I like them. There's no vibrations through the deck, the mower, or anything. None of that crap. So, you know, these mulching blades are working just as they should. And it's, I'm getting a good cut out of them. It's throwing out smaller pieces. So, it's keeping me from having a double cut, like none of that out of the double cut, like I said. And I guess we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so this is another lawn I did. I don't like the way it turned out. Turns out the blades aren't as sharp as I thought they were. Maybe they'll do better with them sharpened. But as far as mulching, it's great. Regular cutting, not so much.